Hey friends, so easy buddy. Now that majority of hunting seasons are over, mainly talking deer hunting, and the snow's here, it's time for me to go hard on predator trapping. Now where I live we get a lot of snow and I work about 60 hours a week. So majority of my predator trapping line, I run along roads. I want to be able to check all my traps from my truck. We have a 24-hour check law. And honestly, I just agree we should check our traps every 24 hours as early in the morning as possible. Just so that way the animal doesn't have to hang out in our trap for too long. So today, that's what we're doing. So I came wandering in following this very well-defined trail just to see what was out here. I see the normal deer tracks, raccoon tracks. Come around the rock wall, and there's this. Top of it says official geocache game piece. Please do not move. It's kind of cool. It does reduce how much I want to put a trap in this spot. There'll be a lot of traffic. Good news, we have multiple cams with it. So whoever's watching this, that's pretty awesome. I think we're going to put a trap out here somewhere anyways. I'm probably going to avoid the footholds just because I don't want to deal with catching someone's dog as they're coming out here to play this game. But the fact that I see raccoon tracks, I just can't stop myself. So when I'm doing this kind of trapping, I'm trapping in areas that are pretty heavily trafficked. As such, the last thing I want is non-target catches. So especially when I'm doing dog proofs, I like to do the Duke style, just ones that are only a pull. And the odd chance that a cat does stick their paw in there, they're not as likely to trip it off. And if it does catch a cat, cat's gonna be fine. Just then I have to deal with an angry cat owner. And, well, I'm sure we've all experienced a crazy cat lady at some point in our life. Bait of the day is going to be Swedish fish tails. My last bait that I was using was belly sweet tarts, something like that. I don't remember. But I like using things that are obviously not going to attract a cat. I don't have to worry about catching dogs in these, hence they're dog proof. The only way to use them, Brad, thanks to the audio guy, something has to reach in, grab that circle, and pull up on it. And then when it pulls up, it snaps. And just holds me. Let's go find a place to put this. So I found where I'm going to set up. There is some trails here, some definite disturbances in the snow. The snow's kind of old at this point. It's like 2 weeks ago that it snowed. Obviously I can see my truck from here, but it's far enough off the path where I don't think somebody's going to notice this little trap hanging out. And if they do, I'm using earth anchors. I don't know if you've ever tried pulling one of these out by hand in frozen ground. I doubt they're going to steal it. I'm sure they'll trip it off. I'm sure I'll end up like J-Dubs, getting sticks stuck in it all the time. But, what are you going to do? Anti-trappers ain't all that worried about following the laws when it comes to trapping. Ripped the finger. week snowstorms. Not much I can do about that. I'd like to reduce the amount of times I have to read this. I don't know if these Swedish fish are actually going to work. But they do have some sense. And you never know unless you try. Dunlap Firefly. This stuff smells amazing. Let's see if I can find another spot for a different trap. Like I said, I want to avoid footholds here. But at the same time, I do see the coyote tracks, which makes me not want to avoid footholds. I don't know, maybe if I find a great spot, I don't know if you can see that. We have 3 miles till empty, and we are way more than 3 miles away from the nearest gas station. Over here, I saw a rabbit. That's not something I can just pass up. This rabbit's gonna be fun. How do you get down a cliff with a lake at the bottom? Getting down. Oh man. Yeah, sometimes you think things through, they go well. Sometimes you see a rabbit as you're walking down a trail. And you decide to risk your life in order to get some rabbit meat. Smartest move I've ever made? No. Worth it? Totally. had bunny before, have you? Well, considering I have 1 mile till empty, and about 6 miles before I'm home, I should probably head that way. We're at 0, and still about 5 miles away from the gas station. This could get good. So this is a spot that last year I trapped in the exact same way. Had a grand total of 0 luck, so I figured, in the spirit of being an idiot, let's try it again. It's very close to the road, and, well, naturally, so I don't know how much of that last bit of information you guys got. So I guess I'll just say it again. I trapped this spot last year in almost the exact same way. Caught a grand total of nothing. So, I'm an idiot, and I'm going to do it again the exact same way. You know, when something just doesn't work, you should keep doing it. Use a cage trap, so that way I don't catch other people's animals, because people are annoying. I use a bunch of these dead limbs. Try to make it into more of a cubby looking situation. I'm sure that'll be another epic failure. Good news, I do see quite a few fox tracks up here. Let's see if we can find some good limbs that are going to block this off for me. Scale. I hate these traps. Pretty much just going for the pile of sticks look from the, at the moment. straight cheeks. But I have way better chance of catching something with the trap out than I do if I didn't have the trap out at all. At least that's what I'm telling myself. I didn't really find any loose bark or anything to make a decent cubby. All the rocks are frozen in the ground hard, so I just kind of did what I could in an area that kind of looked like it might look like a cubby. Oh well. I made it up and get out of here. Oh, I left the apple. But you know, foxes and bobcats are just known for their love of apples. Slightly random. At one point I said I wasn't going to trap for beavers until spring. I was going to focus on predators. That lasted about 30 seconds. Because I see a crossover. And I'm putting a coon trap right there. So I might as well put a crossover trap and see if I can get a beaver out of here. I also didn't bring my waders. So this should be fun. That's exactly what I was trying to do. It's not like my hammer's super far away from me. But why use that when you can make your life harder? There we go. Oh, we're starting it off right. This is the best decision I've ever made. At least it's not ice covered. You can support me. You can support me. You can support me. Haha, it's supporting me. Super. Hey, that's cool. This is gonna work like a fishing rod. I like to do that is completely unnecessary. Legally, you're not required to do it. But because there's a parking area here, even though it's middle of winter, and the easiest spot to cross would be this dam. Even though it's not a marked trail, and I can set my trap here, I want to warn anyone, particularly hunters that are going to come here, that there's a conibear on that. So I wrote out a sign, and I'm going to hang it right in front of where they would go to cross over. Again, I don't have to do this, but my dog is my life, and I would rather have my trap get stolen, which chances are that's what's going to end up happening because of this. But I would rather my trap get stolen than have someone's dog get hurt. So, very simply, just wire it to the tree right next to where they're going to have to cross if they're going to go across that dam. The problem should be solved. Make it so it's impossible for them to not see it if they're bringing their dog across this. Oh, there we go. Got my beaver trap set. Got my sign directly in front of it, so that way any dog owners that come through are going to know that there's a trap there. I've got my dog proof over here, and I'm done with the spot. If I see a bunch of sign farther down the road, I might stop, but until then, stay tuned. I saw something the other day on the good old Book of Faces that people are putting traps inside of tires to get bobcats. Honestly, something I never would have thought of. But as I'm driving down this road, I see a tire on the side of the road that some asshole threw over there because, you know, littering's fun for them. So I figure, hey, let's make the best out of it and try it out. Worst case scenario, it doesn't catch anything, and come springtime, I'll bring the tire out, throw it away. Well, I don't know if they're actually using bait in these sets though. So I'm going to just go with bobcat lure and see if that gets it. Unfortunately, I also managed to choose a spot with a tire that doesn't really have easy access into. He's freaking getting attacked. This is so weird. It doesn't make sense though. Cats do have a tendency to jump in boxes and stuff. It's the same deal. Probably would have made sense if I brought a hammer with me, wouldn't it? good stick apparently. And that's it. Chances are that snow's so thin that even if it does freeze, that bridger number 2 is still going to snap anyways. I was super smart and forgot my wax dirt. But it's also not supposed to get below freezing over the next couple of days, so it should stay just like it is. Some of you might recognize this spot as a spot where I was trapping before. I've so far pulled 2 foxes and a very, very sick mangy coyote out of this spot. I pulled all my sets though after I got done with vacation at work. Mostly. Yeah, actually I don't know why I did it. I should have just left these ones out. I got tired of the drive, wasn't catching anything for a while. But it's such an easy set to check, I should have left it. You live, you learn, you do stupid things. It also doesn't help that all the deer hunters, which I am one, but that wasn't me who did it, started throwing their deer carcasses. And in New York State, you cannot have bait exposed if you have a foothold trap in. So that was part of the reason why I pulled my set. I could have just moved the deer carcasses. That probably would have been a better idea. But I'm going to put a dog proof down in here now. Yeah, there's a chance I might catch something. Not the biggest chance in the world, but there is a chance. And that's all I need. Still got my rabbit along for the ride. Figured I'd take him on a tour in depth. Seeing all new places and beyond. Be another one I don't want it exposed to the road because people drive by, but I want to be able to see it with as little effort as possible. I think it's going to go right here next to this tree. I can't catch an eagle in this, and there was quite a few eagles hanging out here right after I pulled my traps. So I'm not all too worried about that. One good thing about where I trap, there's always hills to hide your traps from the road. See if I can see any tracks down there. Going in the water. Oh, saved myself. That's deep too. That was almost hilarious. Definitely been something up here. Looks like mostly birds though. But if it smells enough to bring in birds, it smells enough to bring in other things too. right back up this ice sheet. I'm good. Well, the fact that I pushed that in with my hands doesn't have me super confident. I'll really drive that thing in there. Rip. Nothing like hitting the GoPro. Weird. That was a surprise. I just caught my finger. It's not even hard to say.